So, late, well, I've been having a little, I don't want to say a tiff, but a disagreement with someone recently. And this is someone that I interact with a lot, and I see a lot of them in my daily life. And the discussion was about being vegan. Now, I'm a very much no fuss vegan. I don't want to say the word convert, but I don't try to convert anybody. I don't try to force anyone to think a certain way. But if a concern is brought up about my overall health or well-being, because like I said, this person's pretty close to me. If a concern is brought up, and I'll explain my reasoning behind it, why it's safe to be vegan. You're not gonna starve or die from it or anything like that. And I'll explain it to them. Well, this such thing has happened. So I was around said individuals, and they were asking, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Well, there has been discussions brought up, or, the subject has been brought up plenty of time because I tend to share dinner a lot with this person. It's been a lot of get-togethers with them. And, they have mentioned to me before that they feel bad if they're eating a steak and I'm eating a salad. And I've brought it up with them. Well, why should that make you feel bad? And they've mentioned to me that they don't know why they feel bad. And so I've kind of, asked them, well, maybe you should really look at the choices that you're making and make sure that you are completely okay and reflect on yourself and make sure that the choices that you are making in life you are completely okay with. Because me eating a salad should have no effect on how you feel. If you're fine with eating that steak, then you're fine. You should have no worries whatsoever about me or anything, because worrying, honestly, it's wasted energy. It really is. You cannot control everything. People are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to feel the way they feel. And you just have to accept that. I understand it's not easy, but that's just really how it is. Worrying is damaging to yourself. It is. A lot of wasted energy. You could be spending that energy on something more positive. Anyway, so they said that to me, and I'm like, well, it shouldn't make you feel bad, because in turn, it shouldn't make me feel bad either, but it kind of does, because I don't want this person to feel bad that I'm eating a salad when they're eating a steak. I didn't want the steak. You can have it. I wanted the salad. Don't feel bad like I'm missing out on anything. I'm not missing out. Trust me. I don't want that dead animal. You can have it. And so we got into, and situations like this, I was offered a salad by one of the said persons, and it was a salad that they had acquired and they didn't want it, so I said, okay, I'll eat it. And they're like, oh, by the way, it's like a chef or Cobb salad, so there's meat on it and cheese and egg. And I was like, well, I could probably go ahead and pick it off because I don't want to waste a salad. If they're not going to eat it, then I'm going to eat it. And I'll just pick off the things that, it shouldn't affect it if I just take all the stuff off, right? Well, no, I was completely wrong because I took everything off that I was not going to eat. But the meat, it was like a lunch meat, and the juice had gotten onto the salad, and I could taste it. It was a salty taste. I couldn't get all the shredded cheese off. The egg was easy because it was just a hard-boiled egg, so I was able just to grab that and take that off. And that stuff didn't go to waste. My husband, because he's not vegan or vegetarian, he went ahead and ate the meat and the egg and everything. But then I told the person, you know what, I'm so sorry. I can't. I thought I could eat this, but I can't because the meat juice is all over it and I can taste it. And I just can't. And they thought that was rude. Because then they were like, well, I could have eaten that salad. But you told me you didn't want it, so I took it thinking I could, and it's like, I'm not gross or anything. I took like a bite. You can eat the rest of the salad. It's still good. It's like, what, it's not good anymore because all the meat was taken off of it? Like, I'm sorry, I must be diseased or something. You can't eat the salad. So, anyway, and so it's times like this that have happened that have caused these people to call me self-righteous, sanctimonious, holier than thou, like I know better. And also the times, like I said, when they ask me questions about my lifestyle, like they're curious, you know, like, am I getting enough nutrients in my diet? Am I going to die? Blah, blah, blah. And I tell them no, and this is why. And so then I explain to them why I'm doing this, what my diet is like, where I'm getting my nutrients. And then that, again, in turn, causes them to call me names and call me annoying and things like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, you asked me, you brought up these concerns with me, and so I'm defending my point. You know, like, don't ask me about it and then put me down for it. That's really dumb. And so I thought I would make my point, you know, defend myself. So I posted a video online that I found on YouTube. And it was basically saying why you shouldn't call vegans self-righteous, why you shouldn't treat them differently. And basically the video was stating how vegans know where carnists or, you know, non-vegans are coming from. God, the dog scared me. I didn't become full, it wasn't very long ago, I'll just say that. I haven't been vegan for very long. And, you know, and I'm 29. I ate meat all my life, and I totally get it. I've been where you are. I wasn't born vegan. I wasn't raised vegan. I was on the standard American diet. And I know exactly where you're coming from. So, that's basically what the video was saying, is that I was where you're at right now for all my life. So why should you call me self-righteous and sanctimonious when I know where you're coming from? But you necessarily don't know where I'm coming from. You know? Does that make sense? So I posted the video. Of course, you know, I should have known better. They took offense to it, stating that I was calling them murderers and that they know no better and they're not yet vegans and soon they'll wake up and they need to be saved. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. Oh my gosh. If I was so hardcore like that, I wouldn't be cooking meat for my husband for dinner. Okay? This is my choice, and I don't try to change anyone into being something they're not or something they don't want to be. I told them, I'm not trying to save you. I'm just trying to defend myself. Because I understand where you're coming from, and so I don't believe you have a right to call me those names. And I want you in my life. I could easily cut you out. I could easily cut anyone out. Anyone can. But I don't want to lose these people. I want them to be in my life. So, I feel that I should tell them, or try to explain to them as to where I'm coming from. I get it. That's why you shouldn't call me self-righteous, because I have never called them anything. I've never called them murderers or meat eaters, killers, carnists, unhealthy. I've never called them anything like that. So I feel that it should be the same. You know, treat others as you want to be treated. Don't judge people. You never know what someone's going through or what someone's life is like. You should never judge anyone, especially when you have no idea what you're talking about. Oh my God. So I'm hoping to have another discussion with this person, a sit down, because they made me so upset because they just kept going on and on and on about, you know, again, about how vegans are just so annoying and blah, blah, blah. And then they try to deny ever saying or ever calling me anything. I'm like, yes, you did. You did. I have, like, witnesses. And it's so funny. My friends have told me, they're like, what's their problem? Because, unfortunately, this whole thing went down on Facebook. Oh, which is the biggest mistake. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? I don't know what their problem is. And my friends aren't even vegan, not even vegetarian. So they're like, I don't know what their problem is. Why is your lifestyle affecting them so much? I'm like, I don't know. It's about that whole self-reflect and being authentic to yourself. If you're not authentic to yourself, if you're not aware or happy with yourself, that will, even though you think you're okay with yourself, it will come out in other ways, truly, that you're not okay with yourself. If someone's lifestyle bothers you so much, I mean, maybe that's something wrong with you. Maybe that's something that you're feeling that you need to change, and reflect on that. Again, back to the salad. Because I'm eating a salad and you're eating a steak, and for some reason you feel bad about it, and I ask you, why is that making you feel bad? And you tell me you don't know? That is some soul searching you need to do. Because I'm completely fine with you eating that steak. I don't care. That's your body. That's your choice. This is my body. This is my choice. This is how I'm going to live. I'm not going to judge you or treat you any differently because I love you. Judging and worrying about other people is wasted energy. That energy could be given into loving and caring about all the people that live on this planet, everyone we share. I gotta run. This car's away. Everything, you know, and again, in the end, everything should come full circle. So I'm really hoping to have a discussion with this person this evening and find out why is this affecting them so much. And again, I don't know if they'll have an answer for me. I don't. But I can at least try. And I really hope that I can get over certain things as well, so that I can share a space with this person. Just my choices shouldn't affect you that much. Your choices haven't affected me. I haven't said or done anything to put you down on your choices. All I have is educated when you've asked me about the choices I've made and why I made them. That's the only time I've ever said anything, is when you've asked me, or when you've brought up a worry about my diet or my nutrients and all that. So, because if you ask me, I'm gonna answer you. Why would anyone go into this lifestyle not knowing what they're doing? It can be dangerous from eating a certain way one day and all of a sudden drastically changing yourself the next. That can be very dangerous in anything. Exercising a certain way, your body is set on a clock and a routine, and then all of a sudden you change it up suddenly. No, you can't do that. You have to do your homework. Especially with any life choice, you have to do your homework. You have to mentally prepare yourself. Make sure you're being safe and cautious, and be smart. And so I've thought about this for a long time. I've done my homework, and now that I've come full circle and found my true self and what I truly want to do and what I want to be, what I want to accomplish, that's why I'm being the bigger person, even though I was the one insulted. I'm reaching out to them and saying, hey, let's talk. Because I want to fix this. I want it to be understood. You know, what happened? Let's find out these answers. So, I mean, is anyone on here? Does anyone on here have, you know, questions about being, you know, like veganism, things like that? Because I know there's a lot of talk lately about it. The movement is booming. It really is. Oh, hey, I'm not used to doing this on my phone. I didn't open up the chat bar. Hi, Whoop Whoopez and Christian. Hi, guys. But does anyone, like, have any questions about that? Or, you know, want to discuss it? Because there is a big movement happening right now. People confused as well. Like, how can you live on that diet? How can you survive and thrive on that diet? And I tell them, look at this analogy, okay? Look at one of our closest relatives, the gorilla. What is the gorilla's diet primarily? They're a big, strong animal, right? Oh, are they? Do they look healthy and thriving? Christian said his friends are vegan. So, I mean, when you look at the gorilla, it's a very strong animal. And is it small and weak? What does it eat? It eats vegetables and fruits, primarily, on a whole food diet. It doesn't really have a choice in the matter. It can get some protein from bugs, you know, things like that, but I don't think it eats any other animals per se. Just like when you look at us. Look at our anatomy. Have you looked at your teeth? This is a common discussion amongst vegans. If you look at your teeth, how many canines do you have? How many sharp teeth do you have that are made for ripping and tearing through flesh? 4. You only have 4. How many flat teeth do you have? Like a cow. You have like, I'm going to count right now. You have more so than you do canines. And it was funny, even though I look at my canines, and my canines aren't even sharp at all. They're so dull. I'm like, I can't tear through nothing. So, when you're looking at ourselves, we really shouldn't be consuming as much meat as we do. Even if you were to cut the amount, even if you feel you can't cut meat out of your diet completely, if you were just going to take a little bit out, not even Meatless Monday, like, how about even just one day a week? Like on a Sunday, you eat meat, and like maybe 2 ounces. That's really all you need weekly, honestly, like 2 ounces of meat. To get the protein that you need from meat. You can get more protein from plant-based products than you could from meat. But if you were just to do that, the effect that it would have on your health, the effect that it would have on the planet would be substantial. The amount of meat that is being produced right now, people are eating like 6 to 9 ounces of meat a day. That is ridiculous. That's why we have heart disease. That's why people are sick. That's why we have cancer. You are eating this meat that is coming, this dead body, and just the pain and anguish that comes from that animal. The animal did not have a good life. It lived in vain, and it died. It lived a torturous life, crammed in a cage with others. And so such depression and pain and sadness that came from that meat that you're eating. Don't you want to eat something that grew from the earth, that's thriving and healthy and natural? my family, they are not vegetarian or vegan. We don't eat very much meat, though, anyway, and my husband's totally cool with that, which I love how understanding he is. But, like, they eat eggs, so, but I don't buy my eggs from a store. I actually get my eggs from my good friend Becky. She has her own chickens, and so I know exactly where my eggs come from. And I feel good about that. I've met her chickens. I've played with them. I know exactly where the eggs that I feed my family come from. Oh, I'm looking for my keys. Let me see. I just got done with my walk, and I'm out here ranting in my front yard. So, anyway, but then again, those are the discussions I try to have with my family, and when, you know, and that's when I would be called, like, holier than thou. It's like, well, you asked me why I became a vegan. You asked me about my diet. So I'm explaining it to you now, and if you don't like it, then zip it. If you already go into the conversation ready and willing to bash me or whatever, ready for a fight, then what's the point in having a civil discussion, you know? So, I know I'm, like, completely ranting, and I'm hoping to have a civil discussion with a person today. I really hope it does become a civil discussion, because it's really dumb. Just live and let live. That's all it is. You can't force people to be a certain way, and that's what I hate, when there are some activist group that don't understand that, and they try. I'm trying to push the stroller in the house. Try to wait. Educating is, you can educate, you can teach. If people choose not to listen, they're not going to listen. But you know what? People can also be courteous and not call people names either. They ask a question and someone decides to answer you. All you have to do is shut up and listen, and then if you don't like it, go away. That's what I do when I don't like something. I just go away. I hate drama. I don't like fighting with people. I hate it. Literally, I hate it. So, live and let live. It's easy. It is easier said than done, I think. Because some people are just too opinionated to let others be who they want to be. They think that they need to save people. People will find their way on their own. And if don't, oh well. No, me, myself, I want to die a happy person. I'm going to be true to my convictions. I'm going to be self-aware. What? My daughter. I am going to be self-aware. I am going to be authentic to myself. Yes. I am going to be authentic to myself, true to myself. And that way I know that I will die happy. Hi. But if you're going to be taking offense to something, like, you know there's got to be something up. And I put you down for a quick sec. I got to lift my daughter up out of the car seat. 1 second. Oh my gosh, she's so dirty. One sec. I gotta get you some new clothes. Oh no! Well, come here. Oh, we're having a mood. Hi. Oh, like mommy. So anyway, I mean, yeah, let's go get you some new clothes. You're dirty. I gave her some pureed fruit, and she squeezed it like all over herself. And then she was in the car, you know, and then she fell asleep. So I haven't had a chance to change her yet. Well, come here. Instead of getting so mad at me, come here and we'll get you changed. You want some food? I'll feed you some lunch. So anywho, yeah, just be true to yourself, and you will be happy. There's no one in this world that you have to impress than yourself. all that matters is your happiness. Because you have to live with yourself. If you're happy, then the others around you are happy. Thanks, Christian. I know, I'm a broken record too. I've said like the same thing like 10 times now. Because if you're not happy, then the others around you aren't going to be happy either. And you know what? No one wants to deal with a pessimistic, unhappy person all the time. I don't. That's why I remove myself from the situation. If someone is being negative, I'm like, I'm out. I can't deal with you. Sorry, I'm looking for clothes for my daughter. What do you want to wear? Huh? I mean, I could totally show you guys. If you guys are curious, I could totally show you what I eat in a day. Hi, new person. Hi, Ron. I could totally show you what I eat in a day and how I sustain myself and how I live. Like this morning, I had my coffee. I have a little cup of coffee in the morning. This coffee is delicious. I know I have a lot of friends that totally give up caffeine, and I probably could too. I more so drink it for the taste, honestly. I love some coffee. Nom nom. And I put almond milk in my coffee and agave nectar, which is a nice sugar alternative. Not like, I don't want to say it's like stevia. It's just a natural sweetener. What else? Oh, this is cute. She could wear this. Oh, pink pants. So, anyway, that's what I have in my coffee. I don't put milk. I don't put sugar. I don't put creamer. None of that. Come here, Willow. Let's change you. Come on. Oh, she looks so pathetic right now. She's like, Mommy, I followed you here, and now we're going back out there? Yeah, because I got to change your butt, too. You need a new diaper. Come on. So then, come on, honey. So then, anywho, and then for breakfast, I have a smoothie. And in my smoothies, I put 2 big handfuls of greens. That has your calcium, that has protein in it, and your iron. And I have that. And then I have strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and a banana in with it. Put it in my blender. And then I also have a protein powder that I put too. It's a plant-based protein powder. So I get nutrients from that. Come here. Oh, I think she's pooping. I think my daughter's pooping. Oh, okay, I'll wait till you're done. We can wait till you're done. I don't want you to wreck the new diaper. So then, and then I'll put flaxseed in that so you get your omegas, your heart healthy food, and some almonds. I like to put almonds in there, or oats. Put some oats in there as well, so it'll keep you fuller longer. Hi. And then I came back home. I drank, I went ahead and drank, I have a Camelback bottle, and I drank that. That's like 20 or 22 ounces of water. I drank that. So you can make sure you get your water into. You should drink like 60 ounces a day so that you can get your body going, and that water helps you digest, and it keeps your organs working, and I'll say lubricated. That's an icky word. Lubed up. Hi. I know. It's good to drink a lot of water early in the morning, too, to get going. And go to bed. So then, when I came home on my walk, I put some cashews. I love cashews. I put that in a bag to get some healthy fats, such as a Ziploc bag, a couple cups of that, and I eat that on my walk. What else? What else did I think that's all I've really had today. I think I'm going to make some spaghetti tonight. I like to make spaghetti sometimes out of edamame noodles, or I use gluten-free noodles if I'm not really in the mood. Hi, Presley. And I also sometimes use noodle squash. If you've ever had to make noodles out of squash, super simple. You boil it or steam it. You cook the squash. You dig out the inside, and you tear it apart, and it's almost like a noodle texture. It's a little crunchy. The texture is different, but it's good. You just put that in with some tomato sauce or marinara sauce. It's really good. And then you don't have to, you don't have to worry about like the carbs or anything like that. Sometimes for a snack at night, I do like to make kale chips, or I'll make potato fries. And the fries I like are from Purple Yams, almost like sweet potato fries. Those are from yams. It's all a root vegetable, but I really enjoy the purple fries with some ketchup. Oh, so good. I'll usually have another smoothie also. My daughter's getting into some mischief. Willow, come here. Come here. Anyway. I know, kale chips are so good. I have this, it's kettle corn seasoning. I like to put that on my kale chips. Toss that in some olive oil. And I cook mine in the microwave. You can do the oven, but I want some now. So I just put it on a plate with a paper towel and lay it on there. Cook it for like 3 to 4 minutes. I don't know how the English kale works. I've only used regular kale. But yeah, cook it for like 3 to 4 minutes and nice and crispy. So, yeah, that's going to be my meal plan for today. But that's the thing. On a vegan diet, you have to eat a lot more, too. Because meat is so dense and heavy. When you eat it, you don't feel hungry. And on a vegan diet, what you eat, all the plant-based things you eat are less in calories as well. And so you really have to eat more to sustain yourself. And I eat like, I always say I eat like a woodland creature or like a little bird. I really don't eat a whole lot, and I probably should. But I just feel so like full really quick. Oh my gosh, I was in a smoothie mood on Sunday. I swear I had like 4 smoothies that day, and I felt so gross afterwards. I was like, okay, I'm done for the day. That's a lot of food. It doesn't take very much to get me full. But yeah, I mean, if we're having a serious discussion about it, I just definitely suggest that anyone here, it's actually on YouTube. If you look up Cowspiracy, it's a really good documentary. Smoothies are the best. If you look up Cowspiracy, it's on YouTube. It's a documentary, and it talks a lot about what what agriculture and farming is doing to our ecosystems, doing to our planet. All the emissions that are released from cows. And, sorry, I was checking the time. I got to get my other daughter here in a second from school. And it shows you how you can live off of a plant-based diet and how quickly we can help our planet thrive again, because the amount of land that is being cleared for farming and the amount of food that is going to feed the animals that we're sending to slaughter, and the amount of water that's being used to raise these animals and to feed these animals is ridiculous. It's worse than cars. Isn't that crazy? Like, you think, oh, if I buy that electric car, or if I take shorter showers, or if I decide to bus or, ride my bike instead of driving my own car, I'm going to be making a difference. I'm like, you can actually make a bigger difference by not eating meat anymore. You really don't need it. Or even cut just once a week. You don't need it. And I used to think that way also. I used to think that I needed it. It's like, how am I not going to go without my McDonald's? Are you serious? Like, I'm an American. I'm going to eat my... You know what? When I look at it, I'm like, I don't want that. I look at it now, like, it's weird because I do still cook meat for my family because I love them, and I'm not going to force anyone to change. This is just my personal feeling. But I always encourage people to experiment, because you never know until you try it. Honestly, it could be the best thing you ever did in your life. I feel like it was for me, besides having my babies. This is probably the best decision I ever had in my life, or I ever made. But now when I cook an egg for my daughter, just the gooiness of it, I look at it, I'm just like, that, like, You know, I really do wish sometimes I didn't make meat for them. But when I met my husband, we both ate meat. When my daughter was born, we all ate meat. It's not fair for me to force them to do anything, you know. We've talked about having them try it, going at least vegetarian. But again, I can't force them to do anything. That's good. Cut down. I mean, even cutting down is a huge difference. It's huge. Hi. You're stinky. You smell like poo-poosh. Did you find your shoes? Yeah. You find your shoes? Hey. Hey. But I think, you know, we share this planet with all of these animals. We share, it's not our planet. Hi. Gamaka says, it's not our planet. We don't own it. These animals are not put on earth to feed us. We coexist. We are animals ourselves. And our population has gotten so insane. And here I am, hypocrite. I have kids. My youngest just turned a year. Our population growth had been, you know, it's almost to 9 billion. And to think when we were part of the animals, maybe there were like 10 million, give or take, of us back in the caveman days. You know, I gotta put you down because I gotta change diapers here. But, you know, it's just more of us, and less of us then, back in the foraging days. And so when you think about it, that was acceptable then because we weren't taking up room to farm. The amount of meat I have on my pizza is a lot. Right? And it's like, pick some of that off. Need that much meat. When we were cave people, we would hunt. Sorry about baby butts. It's hard to keep her out of frame here. But we would, you know, take down a mammoth and eat that for months and months and months and months. Because you make it last. What was more, accessible were fruit and vegetables and things that just grew naturally from the earth. And that was primarily our diet. But now people are changing it. You just eat cheese pizza? Could you give up that cheese? Do you think you'd ever be able to give up that cheese? You know, people, you know, and so that's what we ate mainly because you had to hunt to get your meat. And so mainly we just eat fruits and berries, you know, like what the gorillas do. They lay around all day on their vegetables and their berries, and they don't really eat any meat at all. Like I said, I don't think they eat any meat. Maybe bugs. I know chimpanzees eat bugs. I think they eat each other, like lions, how they sometimes eat cubs. I think sometimes gorillas might do that. But as far as hunting, I think they hunt for their food at all. And they live long lives. They're healthy and they're strong. It's like, what's that one saying? As strong as a horse. What does a horse eat? If you're as strong as a horse, what does a horse eat? And you know what? The only reason meat tastes good is because it's seasoned with vegetables. You know that, right? Oh, yeah, I mean, I was vegetarian first before I went vegan. And for a while there, I was just eating fish. And I thought, because I live in the Pacific Northwest where salmon is abundant. We have some of the best salmon here. It wouldn't take long for me to get in my car and go drive somewhere where I can catch an awesome king salmon. you know? And then they come bring it home and smoke it. It's delicious. But, so that was the hardest thing. That was the last thing I gave up with salmon. It came down to, I'm only eating fish. And it came down to, I'm only going to eat salmon. And I was like, how am I ever going to give up salmon? I did it. I mean, and then and then my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's lactose intolerant, which is actually really common for a lot of Asians. My husband's Asian, and a lot of them are lactose intolerant. And so I told her, you know what, honey, if, because we already didn't eat, we haven't drank cow milk in years. I stopped buying that a long time ago. And so, I told her, because I felt bad, because that means she'd have to give up cheese, And so I was like, you know what, honey, I'll do it with you. I will give up that cheese with you. So she didn't have to be alone, And then I started discovering alternatives, some vegan cheeses. If you ever find Follow Your Heart, that's the brand, Follow Your Heart. They have this great cafe in California as well. But, they're called Follow Your Heart, and they have the best vegan cheese. Oh my gosh. I'll eat that stuff on anything. It's delicious. And it's really, it's not costly at all. No more than you would buying a block of Kraft or the Kraft slices. They're about the same price. I would say no more than maybe $1 more. It's really not expensive. So, anyway, and so we switched that. I'm not drinking milk. I'm not eating cheese. And I gave up the fish. What am I doing? I eat yogurt that is made from almond milk. My ice cream is usually coconut or almond milk. So it just really came to what's better for you. And then I started reading up on it, and a lot of reasons people have you're such a baby, become lactose intolerant is because when you think about it, what is milk? It's food for a baby cow. It's not made for us, it's made for babies. Right? I mean, that's just the thing, is like, do you know where your food is coming from? This animal had to die so you could eat it. And the thing is that I don't even like to squish spiders. I've never liked it. I've always been against animal cruelty, but then here I was eating meat. And I'm like, that's critical. Why can't I don't hit that dog, or don't hurt that dog, don't treat that dog or that cat inhumanely, and then here I am eating a steak? That doesn't make any sense. That animal's life is just as important as my life, is just as important as life. Those are sentient beings, and they have feelings. They have families. They're not soulless. And then there comes the argument. Good job, Christian. And there comes the argument that, but plants are living beings as well, and you eat them. Plants don't have a nervous system. Plants don't feel pain when they die, or when you kill them or slit their throat. There is no humane way to kill an animal. There's this slaughterhouse that's trying a more humane way to kill their pigs, gassing them instead of slitting their throats on a conveyor belt. They're gassing them instead. But you know what? Was the Holocaust? Was anyone okay with the Holocaust? They gassed them. Was that really humane? Not really. You wouldn't gas a person. Why would you gas a pig? That pig wants to live just as much as you or I do. Why would you do that? Here, I can can show you guys some of what's in my fridge if you want to see my fridge. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Turn this around. Maybe I'm doing this on my phone. There we go. Oh. So this is my butter. I use Earth Balance vegan buttery sticks. I have my berries here for all my smoothies. My big old bag of greens. I have my melon right there. I have my almond milk. Chicken nuggets, that's my dog. Frozen strawberries. I have some smoothie mixes right here. And this is my daughter's mac and cheese. Gluten-free and dairy-free mac and cheese, so she won't get sick when she eats it. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have anything over here. Oh, I have some of my nuts. I have to go get some more nuts. My peanut butter. Peanut butter is vegan, y'all. It's not made with real butter. I was going to show you guys. Oh, there's my yogurt. It's hiding. This is the yogurt that my daughter and I have. We have Silk dairy-free yogurt. It's delicious. It's so good. My bananas. She's trying to get into the fridge. Get out there. Ooh, I know. I want to eat that melon right now. I don't have time, though. I want to. Yeah, milk is just, it's not for us. That's why people have intolerance. It's not good for you. I've never known anyone, well, I guess you could have a peanut allergy, but someone tried to tell me that plants, like vegetables, make them physically ill. And I'm like, something's up with you. Like, no, I don't think you're having an allergic reaction to plants. I guess you could. But it doesn't affect your gut like it would gluten or lactose, because you're not supposed to have the lactose. It's for a baby cow. It's not for you. It's not for the baby. It's not for the baby. Oh. Hey. You say hi? Hi. Oh, do good. Oh, aw, thank you. Willow. You got this? I love you. I love you. But y'all, I have to go. I have to pick up my other daughter from school. But like I said, just be true to yourselves. Right in your heart. Follow your heart. Don't let anyone else define who you are. Okay? Be true to your convictions. Be self-aware. I want to fall on her. And just, you know, like I said, follow your heart. Do what's right for you, because in the end, you're the one that has to live with yourself. And if you don't feel right, if you're feeling unhappy, then there's something wrong. Soul searching is a good thing, okay? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for, again, sticking with me. And I hope to see you guys later tonight. Thanks, Christian. Thanks, Presley. Thanks, everyone that was here. Woof Whoopez. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'll probably be on tonight. I have a game I'm going to tonight. So I want to say about 10 p.m. Pacific time. So, you know, y'all are on like the East Coast or Central time. So 2 or 3 hours earlier than what you are. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye guys, love you. Mwah.